Hello and welcome to another match of the 2023 SGLIVE Aria of Sora Randomizer Tournament. Today we're looking at games 1 and 2 between Halgorithm and Xanthus, and I am joined on commentary by Amadeus J. Hello, and Amadeus.
Yo, what's up? How you doing, Mal?
Pretty good. This is gonna be exciting. Got one of a high skill player and a very experienced and knowledgeable player. We'll see how they measure up to each other today.
Yeah, and I mean, these are new presets, so, this one is pretty similar to the previous tournament, but, some of the presets like the backdash or magician for game 2, it could be a very close, exciting game.
Indeed.
And we're getting started.
Altair is the starting soul. We've got, what have we got in the shop? Calidbog, Final Sword.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wooden Golem, wow, this is a really good starting shop.
Really stat shop. You don't get a whole lot of gold to start here, though, so they can't really afford a whole lot.
Yeah, it looks like Helgo's going to save his money. Did not buy anything. A good option to buy at the starting shop, I think, would actually be Zombie Officer for quicker movement, but we're opting to save some money.
Yes. Yeah, but this preset, are we looking... Where is Panther in this preset, Amadeus?
It will be the first progression item, so this should be Panther. Yep.
Indeed. There we go.
And the first zombie Xanthus killed dropped a skull key, which is a completely useless item. Very cool.
How are them finding inner quarters with 3 checks? The number next to the HP and MP bar up there in the middle top of the screen is the soul counter, and it tells us how many soul canisters and books are present in the current area. So Castle Corridor for Halgorithm has 4 more items of those varieties. I'll go fighting Creaking Skull, the first quote-unquote boss of the game, taking it down with basically no difficulty with that Altair soul.
This entering Creaking Skull a little behind, but it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
The very valuable $1 at the end of bottom of corridor. Wow, some chunky skull archers. Yeah, with the element rando, there's also stat rando. So some of these enemies can do really surprising damage or have insane amounts of health. Can be pretty annoying.
And there's Malphus for Halgorithm. That allows him to get a second jump. Halgorithm finding the rare ring, my beloved, and equipping it immediately.
As one should.
Yes, always, no matter what other accessories you have. That item definitely works as intended.
It is truly incredible.
Xanthus finding Malphus as well.
Alright, into study. Study kind of sucks without slide because you have a pretty high chance of having to backtrack unless you get bailed out, but it's not too bad. And a random bail soul, that's really good.
Yeah.
Wow, those are some strong bone pillars.
Yeah, 4-4 damage. Whew. Xanthus checking his map.
Oh, algorithm.
Oh
Gosh, if you use Panther and slide into geometry like boxes, you can get yourself stuck like that, and then you have to sleep out
the current room, yeah. That is another mechanic we should talk about, the sleep function in the menu. Runners will be using that likely to skip exiting certain rooms after performing checks. It just helps optimizing backtracking in certain areas, and also can save your life in certain scenarios if you're on low HP.
Yeah, it's really good for avoiding damage.
But yeah, boxes in Aria are weird. Oh, there's Red Book's location. So Halgorithm doesn't have Slide yet, but when he has Slide, he can go pick that up, and we'll know what one of the 3 things he needs to do to get past Graham is.
I'm gonna do a little out of logic backdash check, and it's another book. That is super easy to farm as a soul, so...
What was it?
It was a Persephone from Bat.
Nice. Honestly surprised he doesn't already have that.
He might, I actually don't know.
He does not.
He does not, okay.
Yeah, he immediately opens his menu and like, yeah, we can see he doesn't have that. Halgorithm fighting Giant Golem. One of the regular enemy bosses in the game. That's something else we should talk about, is that bosses are shuffled around in this preset. So normally that's the boss in Dance Hall, but here Giant Golem is found in Study.
Yes. I'm kind of surprised Halgorithm chose to sleep out of that. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to fight it now. And he will have to come back later, probably for the Red Book, but one of the things for the stat rando, or element rando, is one of the objectives, other than just being souls, could be fighting bosses. So he could have to fight the study boss, but he can come back for that.
Yeah. Xanthus is going to find Blue Book as well in a moment. There we go.
Alright, now we're doing a little out of logic transition for Halgorithm, and there's Persephone. Normally you need Undyne to get up here, but you can just use Malphus and sneak your way up.
Yep. Halgorithm finding the Underground Cemetery. 1 check. That is not a counter you particularly want to see. It could be behind the boss. And it's gonna be behind the boss.
Yeah, Xanthus is opting to take this fight, but
And it's death in Underground Cemetery. And yeah, Halgrim's like, yeah, no, I'm not fighting death right now.
yeah, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
I don't know if Xanthus is gonna live this. He's instead of using the katana, he's using the cut-all, which does more damage, but it's way more dangerous. Yeah, the trident seems like a fine option.
Yeah. OP stick. Longer range.
He's gonna use Witch. Does this work?
It does.
Oh my gosh.
Very well. Algorithm finding Arena with 3 checks. Xanthus defeats Giant Golem. Algorithm is doing lovely movement in this first room. You can tell he's done any percent. That's very nice to get into Arena with 3 checks. Xanthus clears behind Giant Golem. I did not see what was behind Giant Golem. He's red.
I also missed. I was distracted by Halgo's insane movement.
Yes. Xanthus now backtracking out of Study. Yes.
And here's a blue canister at the top of the corridor.
Allosaur.
Not one of the better souls, I would say.
No. Definitely the lowest tier in a lot of regards. It has potential, it just typically doesn't do what you want it to. Halgo going back to the shop. Opts to sell some of his redundant equipment. For one, I was scared he's going to sell the rare ring.
Is he gonna get Zombie Officer?
Bought Arc Demon. Bought
Yes.
Zombie Officer. And he bought the final sword. Let's go.
Wow. Now he is geared up and ready to go. He still doesn't have any armor or backdash, but I mean, Final Sword is like still maybe one of the best weapons in the game, even without backdash.
Algorithm finds locked top floor.
And by the way, Xanthus found backdash at the end of the flight lock check in Corridor.
Right, yeah, I saw him pick up that Grey Soul. And he's also gotten Persephone now. So both runners have the Blue Book and the Soul to go with it. Algorithm making absolutely short order of all the enemies in inner quarters. And Xanthus finds Flouting Garden, which is very good because runners will want to know where this is for later. No checks in Floating Garden, which is quite nice because then you don't have to do a lot of confusing movement around to check everything.
Found Skula and Persephone canister, but...
For Halgo? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Algorithm now fighting a Final Sword wielding Great Armor with a Final Sword.
Alright, and Xanthus cannot do anything here. He hits a dead end. Oh my gosh, those Minotaurs are insane.
Yes, they are. Some ramen for Halgo. That's a very good healing item. So, did we just confirm that the last count on inner quarters is behind Galamoth then?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, some form of time will be required, at least to do that check.
Yes, Halgo's now found Chapel with one check only, which is a little bit unfortunate. Normally this area can be quite stacked in terms of items, but not today, it seems.
Nice little mind up for Algorithm.
Yep, takes Minotaur down with no problem whatsoever. Nice disc armor. It's a cool red.
He missed checks, no? Yeah, he missed 2 checks.
Oh boy.
I hope he remembered that, and this is intentional. But I don't know why it would be intentional.
Normally runners will do those checks before even taking out Minotaur. Or...
Manticore.
Manticore. I can't even today.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, he went over to the door, but you can't get in there.
You can't go in there while the boss is up, yeah.
Yeah.
He just forgot to go back in after he left the room. Casual clothes. Skull key. Amazing. There's a Sherman ring. Collecting rings today, it seems.
He's remembering that he forgot, I think. And now we're into Southern Reservoir with 7. That's, this area is usually really stacked. It's not
There's
super
21
surprising.
checks in Reservoir, so that's about 1 in every 3 check on average will be a something. Or we could just have everything in Eastern. Who knows?
That'd be fun.
Yeah. There's a Grey Soul Kicker Skeleton. Cool. Black Belt. Ooh, that's a nice accessory. Is he going to equip it? No, because he has Rare Ring. It's the objectively superior item. And everything leads back to corridors.
And Xanthus is finishing up his shopping trip. He got more money, and he ended up buying Armor of Water also. So that's going to be pretty nice for tanking enemies.
Also find some grapes up there, which are nice healing. Okay healing, I suppose. Trident. Algorithm doing more very clean movement to get up this area.
He's opting not to go for the waterfall. That's fair. Without flight, it's both out of logic, and he can only get like one check. Is he not going to heal? These could one-shot him for sure. Okay,
He
they're
has a
not
final
strong.
sword, though.
That's true.
I think the Ukobaks might actually be the most dangerous thing here.
Yeah, well, especially if they leave fire.
Yeah.
But I guess the final sword will hit it. He's fine. He's a gamer.
Yeah, it's true. Heading in towards Eastern. Finds Hippogriff. Okay. So now I can go back to the waterfall. That was a smart decision. Xanthus heading into inner quarters now.
Now, I wonder how long it's going to take Halgorithm to find Backdash. Oh, wow.
3. What's that? Beat Chapel Boss. Okay, well, he's done that. Dang.
Yeah, not having Backdash can lose quite a bit of time over the whole race.
That's true. And yeah, with the final sword, you definitely want that to speed up combat. Finding Clock Tower on Halgo's side. We've got chats asking us what element Rando is. Amadeus, can you explain that?
Sure, so each of the enemies, in the normal game, the resistances of enemies are pretty bland, their weaknesses and resistances. And in this, each enemy has a randomized set of stats and elements. So for example, Headhunter right here is weak to electric damage and resists fire damage. So if you have weapons that generally aren't super useful, like Poison or Petrify, that can be rolled on bosses, it just makes combat much more interesting.
And incentivizes picking up weapons of different types.
Yeah, generally there's there's Chrono Mage.
Chrono Mage.
Nice. Generally there's a very small pool of weapons that are really good, but this opens that pool up pretty significantly.
As for the next question, so it's stat rando, but forced enemy resistance, also slide for Halgorithm. I don't know. I think it's just I'm not certain on that if it's forced.
The bosses have one buff or resistance guaranteed, I believe. But for every enemy, they could have only bad, like only reduced stats or only weaknesses. I think those are purely random. There is a limit. I think there's 3 attributes total that something can have, but don't quote me on that. I believe it's 3 or 4, something like that. Yeah, no backdash for Halgorithm is making all these fights a slog.
Do you know if Xanthus found Schooler or not?
I do not believe so. No, he skipped. Oh wow. Yeah, I think he skipped the top checks in inner quarters where Skula was.
Snowfire says that Xanthus got Schooler. Okay. I will give.
Oh, he did. I thought I missed it. I guess I am not paying enough attention.
Yeah. Algorithm taking the trek through top floor. Probably just try to take the warp and get out. Nice.
Is that? Never mind, never mind.
Apparently, it might just literally just be stat rando.
What was that?
Apparently, element random might literally just be stat random. We'll have to look into it further. Is Xanthus finding reservoir?
Well, there's a for each enemy there's a pool. I think it's of both stats and elements that they can resist, or they're either weakened or strengthened against. But it's a pool of both.
Yes.
I don't know how the math works out. We gotta harass Fuse for that intel.
So I believe Halgo finally took off the rare ring. Rip. Put on the black belt.
I think he got 0 items from it, but that's
Yeah.
alright.
Worth the try.
Let's see the route Xanthus is going to take here.
I'll
Thinking
go
about
heading
it.
back to get Red Book on its vanilla location. Xanthus back to pick up Kicker Skeleton. Yep. We're gonna check Red Book beat Dance Hall Boss. He has not done that yet. Some more armored water behind the wall. That's Bear's backdash. Let's go.
Nice. Got a duplicate. Alright, Halgorithm is opting to do Eastern, which is a pretty big time investment, but
He
it's-
has the necessary equipment for it, so.
Yeah, with Hippo, I guess it saves a ton of time getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Xanthus just had a bit of trouble getting up to the waterfall and warp room.
Yeah. That room
Um,
is not fun to do.
Yeah, if you don't know the cheese, it is way more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah. Vadi, that is correct. Yes. Yes, Dance Hall Boss is the Red Book objective. He just has to find Dance Hall. Which Xanthus knows the location of. I don't know if Haldo went that way, though.
I was trying to remember. I don't think he ever did. So he
So
lacks
Xanthus
the
just-
intel.
Xanthus just got a random Succubus Soul, which is very nice for him for healing. He's already put it on. That's very good with the
Yeah.
Final Sword, too, if it double hits, so...
Yeah, healing is always a nightmare in this preset. You just burn through so much of it, taking a million damage from random enemies. Okay. And he finds the other entrance to Dance Hall. It's really nice.
Yep.
Wow, quite the zip seed.
Yeah, Halgo he just routes. He just goes. Well, there was a canister up there that he did not see. That is the one. He's heading down to the boss,
I think that was a Gray Soul, so it's probably
Galamoth. And
Yeah.
it's Legion. What do you know? Everyone's least favorite boss in the game. With a Final Sword, though, and Backdash, this should be perfectly fine.
Yeah, the resistances here don't really matter. Minus attack, though, is really nice. You can just face
You can tank a lot of
regen.
hits. Just run through them to keep them from going way up around the top side of the cube. Core parts are... Oh, the shell parts are gone, the core's down, Legion's out. We'll get to see what Soul Legion dropped. Medusa head. That could actually be useful for Chaos. Cool. That is Algorithm in Go mode.
This is going to be a very quick endgame. Unless we get some incredibly mean stats.
And
Oh, I
there's
thought that
Giant
was a
Bat.
Grey Soul. My eyes deceive me.
Chronomage or Xanthus. Algorithm instantly back in top floor. And into Graham at 25 minutes. This is very impressive. Graham rolled minus HP and plus attack, so he's a bit of a glass cannon today. 100 damage on the fireballs. Probably looking at a 400 damage laser.
Yeah,
always
somewhere
fun
in
to
that
think about.
range. Yeah, that's very scary.
Slide for Xanthus.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Xanthus because he left Reservoir without finding Hippogriff.
Yeah,
So he's
a
a
little
bit of an
stuck.
unfortunate. Yeah. Wow, the rare
Persephone
using
usage.
Persephone on Graham.
Yeah. If you have to equip it, why not?
That's true. He doesn't really have any good blue souls anyway, so I guess might as well heal.
True. And he did not get the random succubus that Xanthus got, I don't believe, so... Woo, that was 230 damage from that hand? That was a lot. Yeah, no rush souls. Rush souls are not guaranteed anymore. So, they'll be on some enemy in the game, but they will not be guaranteed from a canister.
Oh my gosh, he almost died to the laser. That slide was so scary.
Yeah.
Souls that are guaranteed in logic. It's not high likelihood that it's Manticore, and I don't know how good Curly would be in comparison to just using Final Sword. I mean, Final Sword is pretty strong. It's hard to out DPS it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when you've got something weak to whatever element Curly is, that I cannot remember right now if it's
It
a
is,
sword element.
It is a sword, so it's the same as just using a Final Sword.
Yeah, Final Sword still outclasses it. We've seen
Yeah,
that
Manticore's
before.
the only one that is giving it a run for its money, but alas, they don't have it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Algorithm back into Gardens.
Well, that's the first time he went to Gardens.
Oh, so he
He got
just
lucky.
knew. He just
Yeah,
knew. He was just like,
He just sees the game so differently.
Yes. Yeah. I realized that when the name popped up, I was like, oh yeah, no, he hasn't been here before. He just guessed and got right. And he's into Julius. Let's see what Julius rolled. Minus HP, resist fire. So this is going to go very quickly.
Yeah, it's very easy to get 2 Final Sword hits on Julius. I don't know why it works. It looks like it shouldn't, but don't question it. Just enjoy the
Enjoy the show.
150 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, algorithm. It's very when you look at his Julius fights, you can tell he's put a lot of time and practice into figuring out strategies for different kinds of weapons and builds and what have you. He's very, very, very good at keeping Julius under control and manipulated most of the time. Xanthus back in Reservoir wondering what he should be doing right now. Hit by the whip for Halgorithm, 130 damage, but Julius goes down immediately afterwards.
It's just unfortunate for Xanthus not going to Eastern. That's the main solution.
By having a final sword, Algorithm is still doing chaotic checks. You never know what you might find. There could be a claim, could be an Excalibur.
Also, they don't have any petrify or poison.
Yeah.
So fronting or poison fist or something like that could be useful. I mean, in all honesty, it's probably not. You should probably just use final sword, but it's probably his rationale.
Check is a positron rifle. He is gonna pick that up. I do respect that play. That's a very nice weapon.
Yeah, it is already one of the higher DPSs, but it has the added benefit of being fire damage, so...
Minotaur on Chaos. We'll take that too.
Wow, it's actually his best yellow. It's not have any good yellow souls, really.
Yeah, the seed was pretty dry in terms of good souls. No slime, no rush souls. Random Succubus was really the only super strong thing we saw. Yeah, chat saying a resist sword literally would still be so fast. It's true, final sword is just that good. It just doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you had like a Vahaya, I still think it would do less damage even if it resisted. Also with the
minus HP
resistance.
resist poison for Chaos, by the way. So this is gonna be very quick.
And I believe Halgo has a ton of healing, so
Xanthus finding hit the grip finally. Chaos 1 down for Halgo at 32 minutes. Halgo, I think he might have forgotten that he didn't have a Rush Soul equipped, so he immediately just dashed straight into the eye on the left.
yeah. Yeah, he's realizing I don't have any good souls. I guess I'll just start whacking. That does nothing.
Chronomage doesn't do anything here, really, does it?
It does that. It does not do anything.
I was about to say, does it freeze the orbs? Like,
it does
what's
not
the
do
plan?
anything. But it may. I've never seen Chaos be black and white. I guess pretty cool.
I think I've seen that once before.
Yeah, it doesn't. Maybe it stops the needle. Nope, it does not. It doesn't do anything. I've concluded.
Just
it
for
does
show.
nothing.
Yeah, doing 2 times. We're doing 60 damage per swing here. 2 eyes down. Chaos pulling out the orbs and the snake and the needles, and we're down to under 100 health. Whew.
And this should be. Yeah,
it's time.
Wow. Really good.
Really strong performance there. 33 minutes and 35 seconds. GG.
Yeah, that was a really solid play.
See if what Xanthus decides to do.
Very scary.
Yeah, very low HP going through Eastern there.
You have so much healing. Why do people do this to themselves?
Let's backdash. Yeah, okay, cool. Careful. Okay.
That's not the transition he was looking for.
No. But he continues on.
Respect. I mean, there's quite a bit of time between the blocks. Anyway,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
There's
we
no,
started we started a few minutes late due to tech issues, but we definitely have a lot of extra time right now.
We'll see if Xanthus ends up fighting this boss. He doesn't know what's required, but
Yeah, he hasn't picked up that red book yet. Or yellow book, or whichever book.
it would be the red one.
Find this giant bat. Already has flight though. I think he's gonna go for the warp, maybe. Yep. He's gonna take the warp and come back here later when he knows it's necessary. Figure out where should we go next? We have slide, maybe. Also has an explored arena. That's another option. I'll have to check out eventually. There. Okay, duplicate backdash. I think the current dilemma is where's the last check on Reservoir as well? There's one on Reservoir, but we're just leaving that for now. We're back in Inner Quarters. We have Time Stop, so we're gonna go check Galamoth and see what's on Galamoth. My guess is it's probably, or maybe we're not.
Debating, thinking,
Perhaps.
decision made. We're not going to Galamoth.
We are checking instead top floor, locked top floor.
Decisions are being made.
Mm-hmm.
Possibilities are being calculated.
Yeah, we're currently just in a state of having a pretty much completely open seed, except for, of course, rush exit of Reservoir, and having low counts in a number of areas, and just, I guess, just wondering what we should be doing next.
Yeah, this can be like the most frustrating routing in a seed is when like you just need one or two things and everything is open, but they're all pretty far apart.
Yep. It's a yellow soul. Undyne. Algorithm has started his timer again. Or he started his timer again like 7 minutes ago. What are we up to?
Never.
Are we fighting chaos for fun, maybe?
Is he gonna crash the game with a zip?
Could be cool.
Oh, wait, is he doing the gravity thing with Skula? Cool. Do it, crash the game. Oh, actually, I think it's gonna reset.
Yeah, don't we have have out of bounds on reset on out of bounds. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I remember. I think I did that after my race. So yeah.
There was a race we were doing and someone was trying to zip from the end of chaotic to the start, and didn't realize that out of bounds zips were turned off, and are like, oh no, now I have to backtrack all the way. Funny.
That's funny. I like how Halgorithm has Panther and is just walking around, getting grabbed by Succubus. That tracking was insane.
Yeah.
It went like a full like half circle to grab him.
Dang. Xanthus finding underground cemetery with 1 check.
I don't remember here. Because Algorithm did do this, but I cannot remember.
Yeah, it was death on cemetery, and Hago elected not to fight him at that time.
Right, okay. And I think Xanthus with a forfeit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we are going to go for a break, and then we will be back with the second race shortly. Alright, hello and welcome back to the second match of Algorithm versus Xanthus. We're just about finished getting ready here. This is a Magician Rando. This is another preset we have, and Magician Rando, I can describe this. We were trying to replicate some of the elements of Magician Mode and Castlevania Circle the Moon, one of the other Game Boy Advance Castlevania games. So the elements of this, the most important are, you start with a Chaos Ring, so you have infinite MP, or you never run out at least. You still capped at a certain amount as you level up, but anyway, you have a Chaos Ring. All items that are placed in the castle are soul canisters. There are no books. The objectives is solely to kill all the bosses. I believe that's correct. We got a Circle the Moon fan in chat. Let's go. Circle is paste. You can see Halgorithm also catering to that a bit with the fireball name and the name entry screen.
Nice. Gotta respect it.
True. And here we go. Okay.
Ooh, pretty good starting equipment.
Urt Gang Gang, let's go.
One of the things to note about this too is in the shop, I mean, it's hard to get items since all of the placed items are soul canisters and you can only get drops from enemies, and souls are super expensive in the store. They are like significantly more expensive than any item that you're gonna find. So it's a pretty big investment if there's a good soul in the store. Yeah, items are super hard to come by.
Both runners having picked up Black Panther. Algorithm elected to check that left door, which is usually a good play. You might find Malthus right there. Who knows?
And the magic begins.
Indeed.
Algorithm finds Skull Million.
That's poison element, correct?
That is poison, yes.
So yeah, it can be quite useful against certain enemies and bosses if we see poison weaknesses show up.
Mimic is actually really good. Since the prices of the shop have been rebalanced from other... Oh.
There's
well,
Red Minotaur!
Well, okay.
Oh, my
I hope you like
immediate
hearing...
Red Minotaur.
I hope you like hearing Soma say pizza, because you're going to be hearing that a lot in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, runners, I don't think they have enough MP to use it yet. That's the
No.
one limiting factor, because I don't know how much MP
It's 150, so they have to be... what level is it? I don't remember the exact level, but you get 5 MP a level. They start at like, I think it's
80?
80? Yeah, I think it's 80.
Yeah, so at level 1 you have 80, yes.
Yeah, so... Oh, and Skyfish. Oh, man. Yeah. So those are the best soul combination you can have, is Red Minotaur and Skyfish, so...
Pretty much,
yeah.
Chaos is going to be 3 hits. I can already see it. Waiter Skeleton. Less exciting, but still.
Oh, we missed a Grapes drop.
There's Malthus for Helga. Oh, there's... Ooh, Slime, yes. I didn't even notice that. That could be... hopefully we'll see that on Chaos, but we might not with Red Minnow, so...
Wow, I'm surprised Ghost
And Lubricant!
Those are the 3 best. It's the best combination.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Lubricant. For those who don't know, Lubricant increases your strength, your damage output as your HP decreases, so... Halgo, being the gamer that he is, will probably go down to a very low amount of HP in certain fights to capitalize on that.
Xanthus. Are you gonna... I'm surprised Ghost actually hit the canister. He wants to get the canister, but he can't quite get it.
That's something as well, just to note, if it wasn't obvious, because everything is a soul canister, we don't have Soul Compass for this preset.
Yeah.
Hence the lack of a number there.
Yeah, Xanthus is really trying.
It will be worth it when he gets it. I'm honestly impressed that Halgo managed to get that with Ghost, because Ghost never does what you want it to do, honestly.
I don't know how you could get that. It's I think you should probably jump up there and shoot it to the right wall. I think that would work, but... Is he gonna try damage boosting? Oh, that's so sad. It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so close.
It is so close. That's how Halgo got it, is like that, jumping into the corner.
I don't know how he got that. I swear.
It barely clipped the edge of it.
If he...
Halgo using an axe armor to get that zombie soul.
One of the ghosts went up, but it was off screen, so it despawned. He really wants it. He should.
And he should. He knows
really should.
It's something. It's gotta be something.
Is he trying?
Another red RP.
It's so sad.
Chat's asking us what this preset is from, and so the rando we use is the rando created by Fuse, which, yeah, that is the second Aria randomizer. And this is a relatively new preset. This is a 2023 one, so if you haven't been keeping up with the latest rando development, you might have missed this one. It is fairly new, though, so yeah.
And I do not want to gloss over the fact, I believe Algorithm was mad that he couldn't buy a soul in the shop and bought 9 bamboo swords for like $200 because they were cheap. I believe he did.
Oops.
Out of pure rage. Wow. And one of the things that's kind of annoying about this preset sometimes is getting progression can be difficult because there's really, it feels pointless to get checks once you have good souls, but like you need to do every check anyway because you need Skula, you need flight, you know, occasionally you do need slide and, you know, time, but you just want to go fast.
Halgo exploring Clock Tower. Bale isn't bad. Not bad. When he has Lubricant, though, it doesn't matter. He's already got one of the best yellows in the game. Xanthus has no use items, and it has slightly worrying HP. Oh, there's Basilisk. That's one that, the one that's not particularly welcome to see.
Oh,
thankfully, we're not looking at any soul objectives, so there's no chance I'll have to use it.
Yes. Yeah, Xanthus debating what to do. Opts to fight the boss.
Both players are walking into shop bosses right now. Headhunter and Death each will expand the shop by a certain number of items. In Vanilla Aria of Sorrow, if you want Death before Headhunter, don't ask me how you would do that, but if you did, you would get the full shop upgrade, but in the randomizer they are split into the independent of each other. $276 damage.
Wow.
I'm assuming Death was weak to poison. I was looking at Headhunter at that moment.
No. That was Skyfish.
It was just Skyfish? Okay,
that was
wow.
Skyfish. Oh,
and Lightning
Doll.
Oh my.
Lightning Doll, I believe, can out DPS Red Minotaur if you use Skyfish.
Xanthus is on 1 HP going into the third phase of Headhunter. Yeah, he is dead. RIP. That is sad.
And the timer has been stopped? Is that... I don't think that was intentional.
No.
Okay, that was... I wasn't sure if that was a... Okay. No forfeit, we're still gaming.
Oh, we went back a long way, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean... He came into the fight from the right side of inner quarter, so there's no save. It's a pretty big issue. Resetting the timer? Okay.
Okay, we're abandoning the timer. Halgo going unlimited power mode right now.
Yeah.
Unlimited power!
Incredible.
Lightning Doll is
Do
one of the
it,
two
do it.
best routes that you'll reasonably use in the game. That and Nightmare. Nintendo's final console. Now you're playing with power. Unlimited power. No, that death for Xanthus is tragic because he's pretty much having to redo everything.
Multiple minute time loss.
Thankfully, we're only 10 minutes in, and I've seen racers come back from 10-minute deficits, so...
Yeah, the meta's
You
not
never know.
super established in this preset, so it's very likely that a comeback could happen.
Yeah. Algorithm found a Lure Une, which gives him some nice healing if he needs it. He's got infinite use on that as well, because of Chaos Ring, so... not bad. Bamboo sword.
The greatest purchase, I would say.
Truly. Is that his only overhead weapon? I guess
Oh.
so.
It's a
Or
good
maybe it
thing
was
he has
just the
9 of them.
It was maybe it was just the fastest thing to menu too. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the only one. I mean, you don't get like any items.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, Xanthus is cursed, but it's not matter very much. Yeah, with the preset, the choice of soul is like such a huge factor, obviously. I mean, the only primary difference between Xanthus and Halgorithm were the soul choices, where Xanthus was using slime, where Halgorithm used Skull Million, and it was just such a substantial difference.
True. Have we seen any other progression other than what's on the track?
Nope. Not to my knowledge.
Chat, if you can confirm if we're missing anything. It's slightly unnerving that they're 12 minutes in and that's all we found. Especially after the previous seed, which was half done by this point. Almost. Out of this Minotaur. Of course.
Yeah, the Magician mode preset is not as fast as you'd expect. Like, you can get around the castle really quickly, but, I mean, getting progression is the bulk of the time in normal races. Oh, and Belore.
Oh, there's
my
Belore. Oh,
gosh.
Julius is going to be fun, isn't it? Amadeus, have you seen Halgoritm's Belore
I
Julius
have.
fights?
It's
Yes.
disgusting. Truly.
I hope he puts on a show for us in that regard. That would be lovely to see.
I mean, it's got to be optimal, right?
It's gotta
just-
be, yeah. The iframes
it's
are
so
too
fast.
good.
Or did Algorithm get Galamoth? Or has he not been up here yet?
I don't know.
I guess we'll
Xanthus
see.
went through here. I think Halgo might have just pieced out, though. Yeah, he hasn't been up here.
Yeah, okay.
Xanthus in Floating Gardens. Random super potion from the disc armor and kicker skeleton for Halgo.
And this Headhunter is going to go much better than Xanthus's, I'll bet. Yeah, that's quite a bit of damage. Xanthus with the slime in the wall.
Yeah, we might be seeing that with Chaos. If you put slime in the wall behind the top two eyes in Chaos, they'll continuously deal damage to Chaos. And usually takes out the top eyes in probably 2 slime uses, honestly.
Yeah. The MP
also, look out, Halgorithm got Mandragora.
Is he using it?
Maybe, I don't know. He might want to shred our eardrums, I'm not sure. He did get Galamoth, okay.
Okay.
Excuse me for missing that. He gets Bear's backdash, nice.
Okay, thankfully, we are not using Mandragora. It's probably the better soul, but it's
yeah,
also
Galamoth
the
is in
worst.
Floating Gardens.
Okay.
Right. Xanthus literally just picked it up right now. Also, guessing from Xanthus's routing, he probably has Kicker, but I can't confirm that because he isn't dive kicking at all. So. For Halga. Again.
Yeah, still no Flight or Skugula.
Oh, here's Chapel. Xanthus picks up the Allure at Une. I'll go doing the top check in this room before the fight, which is a smart play. Because once he leaves this room... Oh, there's Nightmare. Lovely. Once he leaves this room, Ghost Dancers spawn up there, so it makes it slightly more annoying to do the platforming. 340 from the Balor punch, let's go.
God.
Well, each day. Skeleton.
Wow.
Oh boy, here it begins. Yeah, Balor is definitely a top tier with a Chaos Ring. It's pretty much the inverse of Red Minotaur in terms of functionality, because Red Minotaur has a large exterior hitbox with a decent amount of dead space at short range, whereas Balor is all short range.
Yeah, and Balor is kind of defensive because it gives you like a million invincibility frames. It's crazy.
Yeah. Blue Soul, Bone Killer.
Wow, no progression.
No progression, no rush souls. Oh, there's the red minnow.
Pizza?
And there's
It'd be
great
good.
armor, definitely useful. Great. Now I can't unhear that being pizza. That algorithm bonks into the dead end in Forbidden Area.
So is Xanthus gonna do the very funny but risky move of going to the top of Clock Tower without Kicker, or without Skula rather?
When was the last time he saved?
That's
Also,
a great
algorithm
question.
going through Arena now. 278. Lol.
Oh, Xanthus.
318. Lubricant being funny.
And the super potion goes down. I mean, the healing and combat in this preset is very strange. Like,
It is.
you know, you feel like you don't need to save, like, ever at the tail end of the game, but you also have no healing.
Yeah, it lures
you
you
don't
into
get
a
any
false
items.
sense of security, all the good souls you have.
Yeah. Also, I realized Halgorithm did not need to do the Red Minotaur room because it's always a soul, which you can always grab from through the wall.
That's true.
So you never need to do that, but he took the scenic route.
Yeah.
A man of the people.
Red minnows have good XP drop, so it's okay. It's tactical.
Did he kill any Red Minotaurs?
I don't know.
I think he ran-
Let's pretend he killed them.
Yeah, it was
I
really
know
good
he
XP
did-
farming from Halgorithm.
Yeah. Fantastic
And he could have gotten
work.
a drop. It was really good.
Yeah.
Xanthus using Bifrin, which is pretty good when you get a grounded enemy in a corner.
Yeah, it's true. There's the Skomeleon. Fighting Belor for Halgorithm. See what Belor rolled.
It's easy, just gonna use Skyfish for like a full minute and then kill it instantly. Oh, he will not. I mean, this is...
Belor versus Belor. Weak to fire and resisting sword. I think that's what that was.
Yeah, the only problem with Belor is it gives the enemy a ton of iframes. So you can't, like, spam it sometimes.
I think you just need to stop talking negatively about Belor because of what we just saw. Yeah, that was quick. And there's Skula for Algorithm.
Hypothetically speaking, it could be not
Yes,
perfect.
it might have some drawbacks, but at the same time, he defeated Belor in like 20 seconds, so...
Oh, and Xanthus
Excuse
will be using...
Mandragora. Do I change the audio? I don't think I will.
You gotta give the fans the audio for a little bit.
Okay, let's switch the audio. It's far less annoying than it is in Dawn of Sorrow, that's for sure. I'll go at concerning HP levels right now. Thankfully, he's got a save room right there. I think he was considering going into that room, and he's like, yeah, nah.
He also doesn't have slide or bat.
That's true. There'd be no point. Xanthus finding top floor.
Yeah, despite dying, Xanthus has made pretty good progress catching up. Wow.
A duplicate school for algorithm. Interesting. To explore Eastern here. Flesh Golem, that's nice.
Did you see
That
Xanthus'
was
screen?
Yeah, Mandragora on basically on the frame of leveling up. Funny.
Yeah. Mandragora does not work well when frames freeze.
Brighton for algorithm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
algorithm is...
realize what he just did?
What, skip the red? Well, he doesn't
Yes.
need any more red souls.
That's
I mean,
true.
what could he possibly need? He has Nightmare,
That's true.
Lightning Ball, and Red Minotaur, and Balor, so...
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. True.
Yeah. And isn't Balor neutral element?
I cannot recall.
I believe it's neutral, so like it can't be resisted.
Chat could tell us if they know. There might be someone in chat who made a table previously with all the soul elements, but
If that person is around.
yes. Xanthus also finding the dead end to Forbidden.
Oh, for them, you are weak, my friend.
He has found Witch.
Oh, why are
And he
you
has
running
Allura
before you
Une.
heal? Oh my god, he could have died. If you ran into
He
the...
could've.
If you ran into
He
the
could've
fish
gotten
head, he would have
comboed.
died. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
gonna get comboed. But he's just built different.
The iframes that Soma gets aren't always consistent. Sometimes you can get multi-hit by enemies, and it's not a very fun experience, to say the least. I'm gonna head up to the far exit of Western Reservoir, doing the Undyne skip to get this check, and that gives him flight. Very nice.
Yeah, and Giant Bat's good also, if you have to enter...
Doubles his slide, yes.
Yeah, if you have to enter dance hall. So yeah, he doesn't need any more progression at this point.
Yeah, he's fully opened the game up. at
Yeah,
this point, yeah.
Could he need a Rush Soul even, and Undyne? Or
I'm not sure.
I don't
that
think
can be required.
Yeah, I don't
think
think
so.
so. No. So I think you just go fight the bosses and win the game.
Mm-hmm. There's Forbidden.
Yeah, everyone knows where it leads. And the checks are not useful.
That's true. Normally those would be quite high weight checks, but because there's no item placement, it's not worth doing for the amount of time it takes.
Yeah, I think Algorithm does not know exactly what he should be doing, but
My guess would be to go check top floor.
yeah.
Well, I
there's
suppose
no...
if he's looking for bosses,
Yeah. I guess he's just checking transitions.
perhaps. That's true, yeah. You wouldn't find anything on top floor outside of just getting the warp, so...
Yeah, and you can't save split because you have to be there after you fight the bosses, so there's no benefit. And you already know where the dead end of top floor leads.
Yep. I'm just gonna pretend I remember, because we've seen it multiple times.
I don't remember either, I just know it's come up.
Yeah, we've seen it. We don't know where we've seen it, but we've seen it.
Was it left side of inner quarters?
Might have been.
I believe
Smilefires
so.
in chat is confirming that Balor is non-elemental. Xanthus finding Skula.
Ooh, Xanthus, be careful. Do you have Allura Une?
And Halgrim found Creaking Skull, which is very nice. Also found Cognaza.
Does Xanthus... Okay, he got it anyway.
Is paying off. He got Were Tiger. Oh, Halgo, you should have checked that one. That's your favorite. No. Yeah, the moment Halgo stops checking reds, he passes his favorite red soul. That is sad. Were Tiger. The thing with Were Tiger, it's as its description says, it packs a strong uppercut. If you use Were Tiger while also using Black Panther, you can get enough iframes to dash through certain enemies. It can also be very good with a Chaos Ring for fighting certain bosses, like Julius, for example. Having Balor pretty much negates that bonus, but it's still pretty nice for movement.
Yeah, Halgorithm sold a bunch of stuff and then left the shop. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to buy. It's kind of just like he's just going.
Kioma Demon, this is one of the other ones that Halgo elected not to pick up, which, again, is another soul that actually can be quite strong.
Yeah, right here, it's going to be super useful.
Just, it gives you invincibility. You just go through enemies. It's also really good for Chaos if you want to activate it and then eat up all the mini orbs that Chaos spews out. Just absorb them, negate their existence. Apparently Devil is in the shop, and Halgo was trying to put together funds for that, but was unable to.
Okay.
I'm heading down to the dance hall boss. He finds Undyne on the way down. We have progression, pretty much. Or everything on the tracker, at least. Giant Golem just gets electrocuted and dies.
What bosses is he missing? It's Cemetery?
He's missing Legion. Yes.
Yeah.
It might just be Legion. I'm not entirely sure.
What about... I don't remember if he did Clock Tower. He did Clock... Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he killed Death very, very quickly.
Yeah, like instantly.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this... I think this has to be Cemetery.
Yep,
yeah.
There it is.
I think that's the last transition.
Xanthus again on pretty low HP, and yeah, Halgorithm walking into Legion. I don't think Legion, regardless of what Legion rolled, is going to be any sort of problem.
No, I mean even if it's slash resistant, I think you just use Red Minotaur. Like,
and he's also got Lightning Doll. I didn't even see what it said.
I think it was weak to fire. I believe it was weak to fire, so...
Well, he has Nightmare. Now he's just using Red Minnow.
Nah. Oh, he resists fire.
Weak to stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he does not have that element. I don't think. Doesn't matter, because Red Minnow is just really bloody good.
Alright, I think that's go mode?
Might be. Question mark, citation needed.
What about study, actually?
I don't recall having seen
Great
Armor, but there's a random Osafune. He's putting on the Osafune. He's an Osafune fan. Let's go. I mean, that is very much a straight upgrade to the bamboo sword in every regard.
And those were grapes. Got more healing. Nice. Is he gonna go buy Devil now?
He might.
Gonna spend the time. Nope.
Xanthus having some trouble with that vertical transition in Clock Tower. There we go. I think Halgo might just trying to get to top floor now, or else knows where study is, or has a transition left that he hasn't checked for study. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what transitions are left. Did we see Waterfall? We have not been through the Waterfall. But I don't know if there's a dead end past it, because we've seen an arena. Yeah, I don't know what's through here.
That was the first time Halgo's been in study, so yeah, this boss has not been defeated. Just skipping all the checks right now.
Great
so Armor's gonna take half a second.
Wow.
If he missed the first, if he hadn't missed the first one, it would have taken half a second. So I think that's Halgo in go mode now. No hippo is interesting. He might find that on top floor. Or else it's in a check he's missed in another area. I don't know. Xanthus fighting to death. This should not be a problem for Xanthus at this point.
Yeah, Mandragora, Red Minotaur. I don't know if Xanthus has a lightning doll.
Skyfish, that's for sure. There goes the Skyfish. Getting comboed a little bit there, but he's doing okay.
I should switch to Red Minotaur since it's slash resistant, but
Still doing over 100. I'm just slightly worried about those combos hitting him for like 90 at a time.
yeah.
Into the second phase.
This is the best part of Magician mode, is bosses changing phases, and then you just get to do 1,000,000 damage. But
Instantly.
can't
That
die.
HP is worrying. No!
That. Wow, that
Oh,
is
did
brutal.
he save? Did he save? Please tell me he saved before death.
Yes.
He did. Okay, good. Whew.
Does he?
Iron Golem for Halgo. That's a bit of a double-edged sword in stat rando because you could just walk into a plus attack enemy and die instantly. Otherwise, it's quite good.
Yeah, here it
Xanthus
is
seems-
pretty good.
Xanthus seems rather married to Mandragora right now in this fight. It is working out for him, I suppose. 108 per hit. And a little bit more of a Skyfish. His first phase down. Halgorithm heading up to Graham.
No sky. Okay.
Opting for Skyfish, Red Minnow, and Lubricant. 185 Graham.
When he resists slash. Does he have-
Weak to Holy resist sword, yeah. Lightning Doll is working quite nice for him. And there's the first two phases done.
Oh yeah, look at those numbers.
Wow. Instantaneous phase 3, man. Xanthus just picking up Lightning Doll now. Algo going out to the locked exit of top floor. Leading him right
Perfect
into
routing.
Garden. Perfect. And literally right into Julius seconds later. Please show us Balor. I want to see Balor, Halgo. You must.
Please, please, ball, please. It's so cool.
Do it. Come on.
Do it.
Yes! Here we go! 292. Weak to... Oh, resist only water. 300. The best strategy. Let's go. It's so good. I love it. It's not at all obnoxious or annoying. And look at those insane iframes.
It's so-
Already into phase 2.
Well, he's gonna get hit and then lose.
He's gonna tank the Grand Cross and slightly worrying. Okay, he's fine.
High octane combat.
It's so good. I love it. And the fact that it pushes you forward just barely enough just to squeak past him and get behind him, and that's Julius down already. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Halgo. Xanthus having the right idea of not giving Red Minnow room. Smart. Into Chaotic with no Hippo. You'll love to see it. Definitely very clean movement here. I mean, he's actually doing hardcore Gradius right now with this bat movement. That he's got infinite bat movement actually as well. Is a good point to make.
Yeah, it's so
Faster
much
than
faster.
walking speed, definitely. He skipped the check, but I suppose it's a soul canister, so
Yeah, if I had to bet, I would imagine all of these will be a soul canister.
yeah.
Crazy idea.
You know, that could be cool actually though. Put items, have 3 items on chaotic, and those are the only ones.
Yeah.
That could be cool. I suppose that would
Or-
spoil the fun of having like, oh, that's claim, lol. But no.
I wonder if it's faster to put on Giant Bat in this room, like to open the
And
menu
the
and put it
Aranuses
on.
might cause trouble. Aranus tracking is slightly weird. So
But have you considered that halgorithm is goated?
that's a good point. Fair.
The greatest movement in the world.
Yeah, perhaps. I was trying to think if there was a good acronym for that, but no, there is not.
Yeah, that is one thing to mention about Magician that's also very awkward is you have to fight Chaos Phase 1 without any souls. So if you have
That is true.
no good weapons at all, it's going to be
You're not in a good
impossible. Yeah.
Thankfully, he got that random Osafune, so he's not in the worst position. But he also has Poison Fist. I don't even know when he got that. Cool. He's doing 106 damage. I did not see what Chaos was weak to.
I also missed it. We'll see on the next phase.
That's true, it does show up again. Xanthus just finishing up phase 2 of Balor with Lightning Dull. Makes very short work of it. Very nice.
Yeah, Xanthus had a pretty clutch using Flesh Golem and Boiled Milk.
Pick up School the Dupe there. Simultaneous taking out of the second and third statues on Chaos 1, and we are into Chaos 2. Now we can actually see what Chaos's stats are. Weak to Holy and resisting Dark, question mark?
Curse.
Curse, right.
Which he resists anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, just Skyfish. It all, yeah. That's the...
Is he going to use Balor on the core, please?
If he's charging up, he's probably just gonna... Oh my
He's
god,
going to tank
Halgorithm.
orbs and die. Is what, 800 damage was that? They're dying for Halgorithm.
Wow.
And Halgorithm takes the set.
Whew. That was, pretty nice. Well done.
I think Xanthus is gonna... Yeah, Xanthus is gonna forfeit. I have invited them, and they'll join us on commentary couch in a moment.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool showcase of the Magician Mode preset. And we've got Halgorithm in the booth. What's up, Halgo? How you feeling?
Hey, how's it going? Good. Those are some pretty fun seeds.
Yeah, we were cheering when you put on Balor for Julius. Like, we were legitimately
I
like,
love that
please,
fight.
please do it. And we were like,
It's so fun. It works so well because it does tons of damage, and Balor's kind of hard to use normally, but that's the perfect situation to use it because it gives you iframes and you can just ignore his attacks and he doesn't get stunned, and
yeah,
it's
glorious.
It's a lot of fun. I love that combo for that fight. Hey, Xanthus. Whoa.
Someone's
Micro-
opening a soda, I think.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. compressed air. Oh god.
Oh no.
I think you may have some mic issues, Xanthus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But how'd you feel about the first seed?
The first seed, well, I mean, you don't really need to care about the element rando part of, I guess element, or we should call it stat rando, but you don't really have to
Yeah,
care
it's good
about that when you
stat
have a
rando.
huge sword to kill everything
Yeah.
with, so
Yeah.
Instantaneous final sword. You could just
Yeah.
big chilling after that. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I had to save up a bit to afford it, but once you had it, it was kind of GG for the enemies.
I have one
Oh.
question for you. What was what happened with the 9 bamboo swords in the second seed? What was that?
They were so cheap. I mean, they're a stick, right? I'm a
Mhm.
magician. They're like it's a stat stick. And the more you get of
Okay.
them,
Okay.
the more it'll boost your stats.
Sure.
That was my reasoning, at least.
Cool.
They actually
Okay,
did
so our
come in
winner
handy
is
for, like-
delusional.
they actually came in handy to hit stuff overhead. Like I used them.
Yeah, no, we did
in
see
a
that
few
in like
spots.
floating gardens and stuff. And then you got random
Mhm.
Osafune, which was nice.
That was nice. That was a random drop from something in dance hall, I think. I can't
Durga, I
remember.
believe.
Durga. Okay, yeah. Durga's always dropped tons of stuff. I feel like they have like 2 drops and they're both really common, so I see them a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was worried at the end of Magician because I thought it was gonna do something sneaky and like make slide study inaccessible. So I was like I was still doing checks looking for Undine and a Rush Soul in case it was like behind Waterfall. But then I realized I had Giant Bat, so I could probably just come in from the bottom, and Devil was in the
Yeah.
shop. So if I needed to, I could just use a Mimic to farm
That's
money.
true. That is
Mhm.
true. Yeah. Yeah, progression was very sparse, and Amadeus was saying that's pretty much just almost normal for this preset, that progression is
Mhm.
the hardest part. You don't get a whole lot of it very quickly.
Yeah, Skula was in a really rude location in the second seed. Both of them were kind of hidden away,
Mm-hmm.
places you wouldn't normally go.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, hey, Xanthus, you got your mic fixed?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, how are you? How are you feeling after those 2 seeds, Xanthus?
Feeling good. That second game definitely got away from me early on, and I lost focus. But I'm relatively new to playing the rando in a speed racing type of category. So
Mhm.
I think this week, before this week, I've only played through a couple of randos, and I really try to get in around like 6 to 10 races or just playthroughs earlier this week to prepare for this, because I wanted to put on at least a little bit of a show and not get completely lost. So I actually feel pretty good about how I did the first game. I know it was obviously slower than Hal, but no, I feel good and would
Yeah,
definitely
that was a good
look forward
time.
to keep playing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely in the Magician as well. You had some really clean boss fights and stuff. Definitely good soul use there in a number of places. So yeah, it's just sometimes I sympathize with the unfortunacy of being up against one of the best players in the category immediately.
Yeah,
it happens.
absolutely.
Also, that scramble for the yellow canister in Corridor was very
Yeah.
sad.
Halgo somehow managed to get lubricant with Ghost. I have no idea how. Yeah. I was like, is he hacking the game live on stream? What is going on here?
If you throw it out enough times, eventually the ghost will cooperate. And yeah, they did. I was kind of worried they were targeting something else. Maybe they're targeting the axe armor or the skeleton knight on the very right side of the screen, but luckily one of them just barely nicked it. And yeah, that lubricant ended up being quite nice. I think I used it for most of the boss fights.
You did, yes. Well, if anyone have any last things they want to say before we close it off here tonight?
Just that I hope the people watching enjoyed the Magician preset and the new Stat Rando preset, because I think this is the first time people have seen Magician in the tourney, right?
Yep.
So
This is
that
the
was cool.
debut.
Indeed.
Yep, I'm glad to see the reprise dev, the Aria roguelike dev, doing Aria Rando with us too.
Mhm.
So, very fun mod.
Yes,
You guys check it out if you haven't.
definitely.
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah. It is actually really cool.
It is a sick mod.
Mhm. Well, I think that's all for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the good races, and we'll see you all in the next match, which I'm not sure what that's going to. What's the schedule? Let me
Uh,
check.
Playing tomorrow. I think
I believe we
my
have
match is
Garni
next.
versus Bromhall tomorrow. Oh wait, oh you guys might have scheduled before then.
Yeah, we're
It's-
playing them like 2 hours beforehand.
Gotcha.
Yeah, game 2 with Amadeus J and Fabi. And then we've got Bromhall versus Garni, Texas on Saturday as well. Lovely. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you
Exciting.
all.
Yep.
And we will bid you all good night. Bye.
Bye.